So how do you stop mind identification? How do you stop believing in all of your thoughts? This is a question I get asked a lot. And I'll say this. Take the thought, how do I stop identifying with my thoughts? Believing that you are the I in that thought, the sense of self in that thought, is mind identification. Take the thought, how do I stop identifying with my mind? Believing that you're the I in that thought, that you're the sense of self in that thought, is mind identification. So, how do you stop identifying with the mind? How do you stop identifying with your thoughts? See clearly that you're not the I in your thinking. You're not the sense of self in your thinking. See this mind identification for what it really is. How does it appear? What is it made out of? There is this awareness, this spaciousness, this openness, and then there are these thoughts that appear in this awareness, this spaciousness, this openness. And many of these thoughts have a sense of self in them. They have an I in them, a character in the thoughts, a character in the story. But are you that character in the story? Are you that sense of self in your thinking? See clearly that that's not you. Now there is another level to this. It is possible to see through the illusion that you are the sense of self in the mind activity. The identification to that separate sense of self in the mind can fall away. However, also, that mind activity, that negative mind activity, is usually on behalf of some kind of raised nervous system activation, some kind of raised stress or anxiety in the body and mind, an elevated sympathetic response, fight, flight, freeze response, or a trauma response. So that negative mind activity is on behalf of that, shall we say, stuck energy in the body. And that actually, if you can learn to release stress and anxiety, release trauma, and reset into a parasympathetic state, a rest and digest response, then you'll find the amount of negative mind activity will drastically decrease, and this so-called temptation to identify with it and believe in it decreases with it. Hope this video helped. Peace.